For some reason, it's not listening to the main computer this morning. So, I don't know why. And Deshelle, was there anything about you this morning? No? Okay. Hey, of course. Happy Mother's Day. Yes. Thank you, all of you. To you too. Let's take a nice inhale. Don't go anywhere. Just exhale. Right through. Good. And another one. And we're just going to breathe. See if we can start getting that air to move. And my hands, I don't know if you can tell, they're just hanging in my straps. I'm not pressing. They're just relaxed in the straps. Yep. Just sitting on the little, my hand. Good. Yeah. And then take another breath. Good. Spread your toes apart. See with the next breath if you can feel big toe and maybe middle toe, your third toe. I know I have to look at it. Good. And then the fifth toe. And do that again. Inhale and exhale. Big toe, middle toe, fifth toe. And then on the next breath, if you've got your toes, then go ahead and add in your heels. Big toe, middle toe, fifth toe, and heel. Good. And when we add in our heel, remember, we're not shifting our weight back. We're reaching down the back of our legs to that heel. And that should also create a co-contraction in the forefoot. You should feel that forefoot sort of press down a little more as well. Good. And one more breath there. Good. And then we're just going to take those hands and gently press a little bit. Not all the way, just halfway, holding it with a big inhale. And exhale, slow release forward. Good. Inhale. And exhale, press. Not all the way, just halfway, seeing if you still got your toes, your heel. Good. Wake up your spinal extensors a little. Good. And one more time. Inhale, exhale, press just halfway. Good. Big inhale. Good. Then flip your hands so the palms face forward. Good. And then same thing. Big inhale, exhale, pull halfway. Good. Big inhale, reach into your feet. Exhale, slow resist. Good. Inhale, exhale, pull. Good. Collarbones open. Inhale, exhale. Good. And again, if you are pulling so hard that your back starts to do this, right? Your chest starts to push upward. I want you to not pull so hard. I want you to feel where you are stable, where nothing here moves except for your ribs expanding and these ribs staying open without pushing. Yeah? That makes sense? So none of this. Give me two more breaths. I want you to just feel where that is. While you do that, I'm going to put a little contrast in the back of me because I think I'm blending in a little here. That there for you. That a little better. Your phone's on the cushion. There we go. Yeah. Okay. All right. Because then we are gonna get dramatic on purpose in a moment. So I need you to be able to feel the difference. So we're gonna take a small bow, just exhaling, pulling those low ribs in and downward. Good. Pressing the hands back to the side. Now pause here. Open the collarbones. Feel how your stability changes and what's required of you there. Good. Keep the hands, unfurl the spine. Good. And then let those arms return forward. Good. Inhale, exhale. Press the hands, come into your bow. Good. Check that your collarbones can round open. Good. It might feel like your bow isn't as far. That's okay. Good. Keep the hands, lift the spine, release forward. Good. Let's do it again. Exhale, press into your bow. Good. Big inhale, opening the collarbones outward. Yes, good. So you'll see, good. And then exhale, come up and inhale forward. So what I'm trying to help you feel here is that the shoulders and the eyes trick us into thinking that we're using the core, right? Yes. So we bow and we're like, oh, we're really bowing. And then we move the shoulders out of the way and we're really not. We're just using our head and our eyes and our shoulders. So just kind of starting to feel the difference about where we are in space. Okay. Now I told you we're going to get dramatic. We're going to get dramatic. So we're going to backhand again. This time pull those hands back. Lift your spine up into a swan. Good. Exhale, pull those ribs back in. Open your collarbones wider and release the arms forward. Inhale. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, lifting that chest into that swan. Good. Exhale, pull the ribs back. And inhale, release the arms. Good. Inhale, exhale, pull the arms back. Inhale, lifting into a swan, opening those arms wider. Good. Exhale, pull the ribs in, keeping those arms wide. Good. And release the arms. Good. Let's do another one. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, pull the arms back. Good. Inhale, lift into that swan, keeping the space. Good. Exhale, pull back into your bow, keeping those arms wide. And then inhale, release. Good. Can we do one more? One more. I want you to feel how you're moving those shoulders. Inhale and exhale, pull back. Inhale into that swan, opening your shoulders more. Opening the shoulders more. Reach out through your straps. Exhale, keep reaching out while you pull the ribs back in. Good. That's it. And then inhale, arms come forward. Good. Yes, let's let the palms face down. And we're just going to round down. Easy now. Think of roll down. Just go where it's comfortable for your spine. When you're down, let your tail extend up to the sky. Good. Big inhale. Exhale. Press into those feet. Round up. Rotate your palms. Now you're going to take a step forward and think swan. Your chest is lifting, but your spine is in a straight line. That's it. All the way up. Good. This is your dramatic moment. Good. And then bring it back down. Step back to home and round down into a roll down again. That's it. Good. Tail lifts. Inhale, exhale up. Palms rotate facing forward. Step forward with your other foot. Think swan, lifting your chest, pushing with the back foot. That's it. Good. Dun, dun, dun. Good. And then back to in center and home. Good. Let's do it again. One more time each leg. All the way roll down. Are you feeling dramatic? That's your big moment. And then all the way back up. Step ribs in, push back foot, open your chest up high. Good. That's it. Good. And then back down, stepping home, palms rotate down again. And roll down. And back up. Pardon me. And then step with your other foot. Ribs in. Lifting. That's it. Good. And then back down. Good. And then back home. Good. How are we feeling? Nice and solid? I feel like we could end right there. Just hopefully feeling really set over yourself. So let's do a nice high row, pulling the elbows back on each side. So Lisa, you can just like you said, keep that wrist straight. Watch that it doesn't. Some people will get this pull and pull under. So we're just gonna, yeah, there we go. Good. Good. And then forward again. Good. And pull. Good. So bring your brain back into your feet for a sec. Heels, toes, yes, super solid. and feel how that sets you up back in your powerhouse, right? Belly up, spine long, and glutes a little bit lifted. Good, and one more. Good. So I don't have enough room to step back into lunge, so I'm gonna reach on up and grab onto my ropes. If you have room, you don't have to. Grab your ropes, you can keep your hands in your handles. We're gonna row and then step back in a lunge. Good, just waking up our booty a little bit. Good, and arms forward and other side, row. So now a little bit more back, mid-back. Good. Yeah, and we're pulling right to our armpits. That's it, good. All right, so I want you to check what happens when you added in the step back. Some of us immediately arched our backs a little bit, as if we were on a balance beam. So, just, you know, in general. And that's not unusual, right? Because our brain's like, oh, how are you gonna balance? But see if you can keep that rib rolled in as you step back and down. Yeah, good. Good. And one more on each side. Yeah, very nice. Okay. And then I'm going to step back with my left, and I'm in my lunge. Yeah. Holding that lunge. No, not holding that lunge. Staying low with my supporting leg, which happens to be my right. I'm just going to press and become a ski slope lunge. So now my spine is in a straight line from my heel down to my, up to my head. Yep. Bring it back up to my chest as I sit in my lunge again. So straightening the back leg. There's a little softness in the front one. That's it, good. So I'm going to come and scream a little bit more just so you can see a little better what I'm doing. I'm here and I'm here. So it's about working this ham and glute and the supporting ham and glute. Does that make sense? Plus your tricep and your bicep. So look at me. Spine is in line with the thigh. Spine is in line with the thigh. It's this back leg that bends and straightens. So look at my front knee, barely moving. Look at your front knee. Is it moving? Say no. The answer would be no, because we're hinging.
I feel my glutes more over there.
Yes, Mark says he feels his glutes more when he keeps that front knee still. So let's come up to the other side. See if our brains are working as well on the other side. So I'm gonna scoot up a little more here so I'm still staying in your screen better. And I'm gonna pull here. Okay, so here's our lunge, right? Just straighten that back leg. Now my body's on a diagonal line. It's a ski slope. Yeah, perfect, Lisa. And then bend the back knee. See if we can get a little lower. And then straighten that back leg.
Are we pushing with your arms?
Oh, sorry, I forgot my arms. Yes, I was busy watching your spines. So yes, pushing down here, pulling back up to your chest here. Pushing down. Good. Pulling up. That's it. Good. And I want you to notice your hip, right? We've got the knee under control better on this side, I think. But watch your hip. Doesn't have to go up and down in space like that. It can stay right here.
Oh.
Yeah?
Oh.
So that we hinge on the pelvis, and then you'll feel even more glute.
So I don't have to straighten this leg either.
Yeah. Yes. Good. Good. Yeah. Good. All right. So come back to your first leg. I think you've got it in your brain. So this also is good for when you've got something on the ground and then you're still working on the ground, you have to hand it up to somebody, right? Sometimes you've got to stay low. Maybe you're holding on to a child with one hand, or you just have something heavy in one hand, right? Getting that glute able to manage that. Oh, so Teresa, this side is crazy. So, so stay low, stay low. Look at your front knee. That's your left one. Okay, that's your left one. So now I want you to straighten the back leg. Push the knee open. Good. Now sit a little deeper. Maybe even take a bigger step back. There you go. Good. Now hinge forward from your butt. Keep this front leg still. Don't let that knee change. Good. And then hinge back up, dropping your back knee under you. Yeah, that's better. Try not to keep that front thigh low. Don't let it rise up. Good. Good. All right. And your arms should be getting tired. If we've been remembering to add in the arms, they should be getting tired right now. All right. So you can come back to home. We're going to free your brain for a second with a little high golf. Just whoo. Just easy peasy. Swing that up. Come back to center. Swing it up the other way. And then as you start getting warmed up in your side motion and your twisty motion, you can add a little more press over and away. Yeah. And see if you can control it on the way back. So instead of just swinging back and around, which is nice and fun, you can control it back. Yeah. Good. That's it. Nice control, you guys. Good. Yes. Good. All right. And then last press. And then we'll come back to center. Good. All right. So let's open into the open step. So first I'm going to step with straight legs just so everyone can feel that you're stepping back to the side. Yes. And then you step back to the front. And then you open. So one side of you is opening out to second position. The other one's staying home. Good. And then same thing, other side. You got it. Good. And other side. Okay, so then we're going to start adding in our little skater squat, but one leg is going to stay facing your mount. So what that looks like is, let me get again a little shorter here. I start facing, I open, and I'm going to skater on the far side, but the leg is open toward the mount on the other. Yeah? And then back to home. And then we'll just rotate to the other side, pulling across your body with your strap. Good. This skater side is going to be tempted to be like a warrior. See how it wants to roll out? I want you to roll it into a skater, because what if I said, oh, lift this leg up? Or something crazy like that. If my knee was out and I lifted that leg up, I'd be shooting the energy into the knee. But when it's forward, the glute turns on and we're holding with the hip. Yeah? All right. So I want you to then see if you can practice that idea. So hold your glute under you, lift the leg, come back to home. Ooh, there's something crazy going on in the tree. I think the squirrel's moving through the tree. Good. That's it. Glute under you. Lift. Good. That's it. Yeah. And then back to home. Pull. Glute under you. Lift. Good. Is that getting any easier? We haven't done this move in a long time. This side leg lift. Is that getting any easier than you remember? It's been a while since we've done it. Challenging. Hello. Good, okay. So, side hip is waking up. That's awesome. We're gonna take our straps off and put our bar on. Lisa, did you happen to try with the bar? Okay. I wanted to get our side hips warmed up. Okay. Okay, so bars on. Now we're going to take that same motion and add a little bit of different force to it. So if we come to the side, now we're going to push across with two hands. Good. Come back to center. Other side, push across with two hands. And back to center. So now we're waking up obliques just a little bit more. A little extra pec. That's it. Good. Now what if you could lift that toe up? I'm not asking you to lift the leg up, just the toe. So I'm sitting as deep as I can, driving the heel downward on the leg that's closest to the mount. Yes. That makes sense? Yeah, good. There you go. Good. Hopefully your floor is not too slippy, because that will feel scary. If your floor is slippery, keep your toe down. Good. Good. Now, in the next one, I happen to have my right foot toward the screen. Sorry, the right foot toward my mount. The left is away. Good, I'm pushing, good. And then I'm just gonna reach up, launch out. Now land right back down, push across. Reach up, launch out. Good, and push across. So hopefully the spring makes us have to adjust to the lack of spring, right? When we go into the slack. We're pushing so strong here that our body has to adjust quickly here. Yeah? And see if you can press across you with a straight arm. Wah! Push it down so that it's almost to your knee here. Strong, strong arm. Straighten that arm, Teresa. Straighten. Wah! There you go. Good. And then whee! Good. One more. Sorry, proper Pilates would be exhale. All right, holding that place. Now you've got your arms towards your mount. You're in that body balance. We're just going to tilt a little bit more. Woo. Good. And then we're going to rotate to the side towards star. So our hands are keeping the bar in line with our sternum, right? Should match our sternum line as we open to that star as far as we can. And we're going to see if we can look down our leg. Woo. So it's going through star just a little farther. That's it. Yep, should be kind of challenging. If you grip your bar more or push your bar for a little bit more tension, you should find that you can go a little bit more with more stability. And the hard part, for me at least, is coming back toward your balancing stick all the way around. Bringing your hip with you all the way to home. So yes, good, good. And then from here, we're just gonna come upright and do it again. So we're not gonna go back into our launch, just from here, All the way to the side. Push the ground away with that supporting foot. Woo. The new power might make you lose your balance a little bit, right? That's okay. I want you to feel what that's like. Good. That's it. Good. And then upright. Whew. Good. That's 2. Yes? Can we do one more? Yeah. All right. Here we go. Take a nice breath. Exhale. Extend that leg up. Good. I love you. Hope it all goes smoothly. Yeah. Whoa. That's the hard side. Yep, see how much you can look down that leg? Get all the way around. Oh, come on, leg. So if you'll notice, it's almost the same position in space as this was down here. That makes sense? You've got one leg planted, the other one we're rotated around toward that leg. Good. All right, shall we try the other side? We'll do one to get into it from our open skater from over here. So we'll get one over here. Launch in. That's it. Good. And then we'll rotate around. Whew. And again, trying to keep the bar in line with your sternum as much as you can. Oh. Can I look down this leg? Oi. Maybe, maybe not. Say that again. We did, but remember we were alternating sides. So we did one to get in, and now we're just, yeah. Yeah, did you miss the one? Shoo. Yeah, makes sense. So from now doing this very open star, we just come back to center and then upright. Yeah? Are you okay, Teresa? Okay. You had a sad face on for a moment. I think I've told you guys a couple of my favorite mind-wandering client comments. And one was, oh shoot, I'm so sorry. I was just doing my grocery shopping. and another one was, I just figured out a solution to my spreadsheet. I'm like, oh. Cool, good, I guess. But the one I really love is, she grew up in Texas. She goes, oh, I'm so sorry. I was just having a private moment. Yeah. Good. Look down that leg. So this is, again, you're balancing and you've got to hand something off to somebody over here. You need to be able to get that open and then hand it over to somebody over here, right? You just never know when your body's going to be in a weird position. I think about holding the door open with my arms full of groceries, and you need to make sure the last dog comes through the door or whatever. Your partner has to get underneath your leg because they're holding something, like just crazy things. Your body does crazy things when you least expect it, and you want it to be able to show up for those crazy things. Okay, so we're going to turn ourselves side to mount. We're going to have the hand that's closest to the mount on the bottom and the hand that's farthest from the mount on the top. Good, and then we're going to come out into a second position plie. Well, drop down. Good, come back to home. That's it, good. So coming back to home, I want you to use the leg that's closest to the mount. Push down through the ground and then float the other one in. Yeah? So we're waking up that inner thigh that's on that side. Good. Out. Inhale in. Shh. Good. Good. That's it. Nice. And down. Good. And in. Nice. Are you still keeping those collarbones open? What? You haven't talked about collarbones for 5 minutes or so. Good. And one more. Let's stay in that plie. Good. We're going to just take the arms straight out from us. Bring them back in. And then Lisa, you can, if you need to not go as far, you can. Or, so I've got my wrists top view like this, right? Lisa, you can shift to this, so if that feels better, and that's that top view. Well, I guess to shell the same thing with your wrists, you can adjust, of course. Good. All right. And then hopefully you have enough resistance. And if you don't, see if you can do a little crab walk a little bit away from your mount. That's it. Good. And one more. Hold that there. Good. Now we're going to pivot away from your mount. So pivot. Good. Pull it back into your chest. Push away from your mount and then pivot back to your plie. Bring it back into your chest. Yeah, I'm going to come back in just a little bit. I think I'm off screen. Out. Pivot. Good. Into your chest. Push. Pivot. Good. Into your chest. Good. Press. Good. In. Teresa, your hand looks like this. Is it a little hand or can it reach all the way around and grab your thumb? Can you get your... Okay. Okay. Yeah. Working those grips. Good. Nice. Good. And then the next time we pivot away, we're going to stay pivoted away. Whew. Good. Bring that in. Good. Then we're going to ski scope hinge again. So now the back leg straightens, the front one stays straight, stays bent, and then we pull and push it down. So each hand is a different job. The hand arm closest to the mount is pushing. The arm furthest from the mount is push and pulling. Can you feel how it's that sort of combo motion? Yeah. So again, chest, hip, heel, all in the same line. And we're pushing that down to the ground. Good. 2 more. Control it on the way back up. Good. Good. And then hold it open. Now just pivot open, but with a straight leg. Do you see how that leg stays straight? Now we're in a warrior. It looks like a yoga warrior. Pivot, keep the back leg straight. Now you're back in ski slope lunge. So Yogaville, Pilates town. Yeah, there we go. That's it. Good. That's it. Pivoting and open. Good. So hopefully this thigh is staying still, right? We're moving around it. Yes. Differentiating. Good. That's it. Good. Can you do one more? Move your whole hip and torso around it. Good. Good. All right. And then we get to come back into our lunge. So we're upright again. Good. Open back to plie. And all the way home. Make sense? Okay. Good in your body? Yeah. We should be feeling lovely around the hip sockets. We'll switch hands. So now, so this is where I'm going to probably be looking over my shoulder at you a lot. I'm not sure how I'll see you. My left is the hand that's closest to my mount. It's on the bottom. My right is the one that's on top. I'm wrapping my thumb all the way around as far as I can. Right, so I get a nice strong grip. And we'll start with stepping out to second position and then press into the standing leg and come home. Yes. Second position and home. Good. Yeah, you got it. Out and zip. Good. Yeah, that's it. Good. As you work on getting lower, can you also check your ribs? Some of us get lower and it feels like we're getting lower because we pull our tails back or chest up. I want you to check that you can keep your ribs in while you do that. Yeah. Good. Okay, nice. All right. Next one, let's stay down. Good. And then we're just going to press the bar away and then bring it back into the chest. So straight away from us and back in. Good. Stable. Could you drop a little lower? You guys look great. Good. Let's do 2 more. Good. All right. And then we start our pivots. So this is our regular lunge pivot, right? Pivot away from your mount. Push your bar away. Good. Bring it back into your chest. Pivot back into second position. Push it away again. Back into your chest. Pivot away. Push. Back to your chest. Pivot to second. And push. Yeah. Good. Good. Nice control, Deshelle. Yeah, nice. Good. All right. So then the next one, let's hold the position away from the mount. So you're in a lunge away from your mount, yes. Now we're going to find that ski slope line, straightening the back leg. Good. And then bending the back knee, just seeing if you can find it, right? And one more time, keeping that front knee bent as you can while you bend. Good. All right. And then I can't remember, did we rotate? Did we rotate away to the side and then pull it back in? Or did I have you push and pull? Push and pull. Oh, that's right, because your hands, your grips, yes. 2 hands going different things. So yes, you're right. So push and pull. So just to the chest here and down, keeping that back leg straight, front leg bent. And I want you to feel how even both arms are going the same direction. The work is slightly different on both arms, right? Top one has both a pull and a push action, while the bottom one is mostly pushing. That's it. Good. See if you can keep your strong grip here so you're not jamming it against your thumb joint. Good. Last 2. And last one. Shaw. Good. All right. Come back into your lunge position so the back knee bends. Good. And then we unpivot. Whoop. And then we come back to home. Good. Yes? Now we're home. Did I miss something, Deshelle? Oh! Sorry. Am I moving on everybody else's? I see me moving on Lisa's. That's funny. All right. We're going to turn around, put our back to the mount. And then we're just gonna warm up with a little chest press here. So our chest should already be sort of warm. We've been working it from the side. Yes. And so Lisa and Michelle, depending on how your wrists are feeling, you can either grip over to keep that wrist straight or keep a flat hand. But a lot of times flat hands, we tend to flex more. So if you grip, you might find it's easier to manage the wrist. Yeah. And then the other thing, a fun thing about gripping is if you are working toward a straighter wrist there, you'll feel that not only are you pushing, but you're slightly pulling the bar away from you. It's the same sensation as when you're trying to get your fitted sheet over the top end of your bed. You're gripping it and holding it, but you're pulling it away from you at the same time. Yeah, good. Good. And one more. Press that away. Good. Hold it away. Lean into your floating plank. Good. Come up on tiptoes. Good. Now pull it back into your chest and push away. See if you can feel first and third toes in the ground. Good. That's it. Good. Good. Two more. We should be on tiptoes, full loading in the air on a diagonal line. Ribs pulled in. Good. Arms come up toward the sky. See how far they can go. Whoa, before you feel like falling. Good. And then pull them back so the straps tap your shoulders. So that's your long stretch. Being in your longest position. Good. And down. Good. And still on tiptoes. Good. And one more. All the way up. Whoa. Good. All right. Still on tiptoes. Bend your knees. Pull your booty back. Good. And then squeeze your glutes. Pull your low ribs in. Bring your arms all the way back up. Lower your arms to your shoulders. Bend your knees. Whoa. Come on, girl. Get your abs on. Pull your booty back. Squeeze. And lift. So that's your Superman. Launching off the building. Good. Ribs in, ribs in, ribs in. I know, not this. It's subtle, but your body will know. Good. And then one more. Good. The next one we do, we're going to stay down. So your booty is back. Elbows are pointing down, right? You're just going to take a step forward on two tiptoes. Good. Take a step back. Can you find your balance again? Take a step forward on two tiptoes. Good. And then back. Pull your abs back as you come back. Yes. So press. Good. So if you've ever been on the reformer in a plank position with your hands on the bar and your feet up on the box and one foot steps down to the carriage, very similar feeling. Good. Are you staying low? Staying low. Get your booty down and back. Yeah? Get your booty down and back. So, Lisa, I want you to sit back a little more instead of leaning to your bar that much. I want you to really get your butt back first so that when you press forward, notice that my chest is really not that far ahead of my knees, right? And my butt is that far back. Yeah, good, Michelle. Yeah, pull back, pull back. I know, so you're laying, look at you from a side view. Can you see how you're practically laying on the stick? I want you back here. Yeah, I know it. I know it. Come on, butt. Come on, butt. Good. I know, now find your ribs. That's better. That was better. Now just find your ribs for me, Lisa. Wah! I want both. I'm so greedy for movement. Yeah. All right. That's coming. So that's what I want you to feel. More like that. That's great. Your quads have to be activating. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So when it's not wrong, there are going to be moments in life where you're going to be pushing with all your might like this, but you want to be able to pull your butt back. And if you're pushing with your legs, you want to keep that sensation of butt back rather than just throwing your weight at it. So that was great. That was a wonderful change. Okay, where am I? Okay, so we should be ready to pick up a hand weight. Something. Oh, Lisa, how are you holding your weights? Did you try? Okay. So we'll pick up a hand weight, something for hips. Lisa, Deshelle, did I unfreeze? Okay. Okay. All right, and we're going to return to facing the mount. I've got one hand on that bar. And I'm going to find my nice strong stance, and I'm just going to hinge forward, keeping the weight close to me. So I'm not going to let it swing out to the front of me. I keep it close, drive into the feet, pull up into that high pull that we practiced about 45 minutes ago. Yes. So hinging, lifting the tail. Good. Drive into the feet. Good. Nice and easy. So my strap's a little light. I'm going to step back. I want a little more work for me. Hinge. Good. All right. Your weight doesn't have to hit the ground. Mine is a pretty tall kettlebell, so it happens to hit the ground. But the more important thing is where's your back, right? If your head and back are a table, I don't want to be spilling the hors d'oeuvres on the floor, right? We're going to keep that chest up and the head up. Better, Teresa. Yes, even just stop right there. Don't even go that far. Yeah, now lift your sternum up. Just keep your hip where it is. Lift your sternum. I know. Good. Better. Yeah, keep that sternum up. Good. Good. All right, one more. And down. Good. So now we're going to flip our bar as we come up. So now it's upright, and I'm going to step forward into a lunge. Step back and hinge. Remember, it doesn't have to be all the way down. The weight normally wouldn't go more than, you should think of your hand, I guess, not going more than too far below your knee. So pull. Good. So you might here be able to step further back so that you have a little bit more weight to pull in this moment. Yeah? Good. Yeah. Good. What I'm hoping that you notice is if you have enough resistance here, you've got to get some push going through this bottom leg. Does that make sense? In order to pull against this. So we're good, good. Love that. That's that whole back sling from one shoulder to the opposite glute. Good. Yeah. This can be your last one. I think that feels like 6 or 8-ish. Yeah? 6 or 8-ish. Then you can put your weight down. You put your hands at the center of your bar. Oops, I'm off the screen. Good. And then just give yourself a nice rounding back. You're going to give yourself like a swan sensation, but start it from your belly, pulling into your spine, then extending your spine backwards. Then pull your bar up to your chest, like an upright row. Good. Release your bar, still in your swan, then round down and all the way forward. We'll do that again. Get to round it up. Abs on as you start scooping your abs back, and then unfurl your spine. Pull up to your chest. And then arms forward and round. Good. Feel good? Nice little reset. Ready for the other side? I'm trying to wipe all the sweat off my hands. Okay, so we start with our hinge because that seems to be the most challenging thing we do is hinge. That's when people often throw their backs out because they're not hinging well. So you want to really move from your pelvis and watch how low your hand gets, right? So my hand's not getting more than mid-shin. If it's getting down below mid-shin all the way down here, I'm probably not hinging right. And you can see the little curve that starts to happen in my back. Yeah. Yes, I love the thoughtfulness, right? Good, powering up. Yes, I saw that, Lisa. I saw that, Deshelle. I think I saw the end of it, Teresa. Yeah, power from those feet up to the hips. So Lisa was telling us 2 weeks ago about something she was doing that she could feel the difference in her power. I think it was your deadlift. Was it your deadlift? One was your running, and then there was something at the gym. You were doing weights. Maybe it was a weighted squat, and you remembered to start from your feet, and you were... Oh, awesome. Love it. Right? So letting it talk all the way up through you. Oops, I forgot. I'm forgetting my row. All right, good. So when you're ready, then you can add in your step forward, little pushing lunge, pushing with that back foot. Good. And then back in and hinge. And I am losing my weight big time here. Let's see if I can dry off my hands a little bit. That's it. Yeah. Tail up. I'm going to step in the screen because I don't think you can see the tail on the other screen. That's it. Remember, use that back foot in this moment. Yeah, good. Good. Does that feel even? Okay. Then you can put that weight down. Ugh, feels heavy today in my hands. Good. All right, and then we're going to take our bar off again, put our straps back on again. And then we'll be coming down to the mat. Done with weights, done with weights. Come here. So, Lisa, if you're not feeling comfortable in a plank on your hands, come down to a forearm side plank. I'll do it with you, yeah? So you can see what it looks like. So we're gonna be hands low, rolling ourselves down. And then Lisa, to get down from here, you just go ahead and step down so that you don't have to put that much weight on your hands. And then Deshelle, you don't usually seem to have a problem anymore, so you just keep on going. We're down here. We're going to walk those hands out and step back to a plank. I'm going to lower myself down just so Lisa can see that she can be off of her wrists here. And you're pushing strong into the strap. We're going to do that plank, side plank, but we're going to add in a forward push here, back into the shoulder, and then a side push here, back into the shoulder before you come down, yeah? And then we'll alternate sides. Forward push, side push, and then down. You could add two forward pushes and 2 side pushes if you want. Good. Yeah. That's it. Good. And of course, on your hands is A-okay. And we're hoping for 4 sets on each side. Maybe you'll get 6 sets. If you're watching on the replay, you might pause and do 8 sets if you're feeling very excited about it. Oh, you guys, I'm going to pause and tell you something I just caught myself doing so that you can address it when you're doing the replay. So, I must be getting tired. I'm going to show you from the back. So from here, see how I move all in a piece, my armpit to my hip. Coming back, it was hip and then to shoulders. Do you see the difference? So instead of moving all in one, I went hip and then shoulders. So hip and then shoulders is me using more of my back to create the twist instead of creating the strength through my lats and shoulders and oblique here to create the twist and control back. Does that make sense? So when you do the replay, see if you feel the box of your body across your armpits and your hips. And when you're rotating it, make that be one thing. So the thing that's working is this side versus the whole spine, the spine twisting. All right. Yes, very nice. Then you can come upright. I'm going to start with my back towards you. And all we're going to do is a nice mermaid from a kneeling position. And we're going to side bend over. The other arm comes up. And we're just going to reach out into that. And while you're reaching into that, you're going to use your supporting glute, the one that's farthest away from the mount, to wrap in. And then see if you can reach a little farther over your head while your glute keeps pulling inward toward the mount. Breathe into that. And then gently let yourself come all the way up. Rotate towards your mount. Press back. And hinge, pulling your tail back so you're almost in a little demi-sit. Like as if you wanted to sit back, but you're squared up toward that line. It should be a nice little stretch through your inner thigh and your hamstring. Good. And then we'll just simply step that in, turn ourselves around. Same thing other way. Arms up, and side bend and hold it. Finding that supporting glute. That's it. And then when you find that glute, reach a little further up. Good. That's it. Nice. One more breath. Good. And then all the way up. Rotate towards your leg. Sit back. Pressing back with your hands. So you're really working that tail back, not dropping our head and chest down. Yes, trying to get more length from the pelvis. Good. Ooh, feels stretchy. Good. Do you feel a stretch? Okay, good. Just checking. Just checking. All right, and then we're gonna come back up. So tuck your toes under. Let yourself come all the way back up to a stand. You can gently let your straps go. Good, and then just give yourself a nice hug. Pull your abs back to your spine. That's it, good. And then open up, wee, nice and big. There you go. And other side. Good, hug it in. Teresa's soaring. You can soar too if that feels good. She's opening up and she's just feeling her back. Why not? I know, good. Yeah. And then let that come all the way in. Thank you guys. Nice work. Figuring out where we are in space and what's moving. I know. Yes, good job. Yes. Happy Monday. I'll see some of you Wednesday, some of you Friday, some of you both. Woo! And then hopefully we'll have Diana back. She's been going through crazy moving things. So hopefully she'll be able to join us on Friday.